be pretty decent.
With the Invoker, it's a good combination.
Yeah,
It's true.
I don't mind Ricky at all.
Yeah. The only thing I'm not sure about with the Void, does that kind of like nullify what you really are looking for in terms of output from your axe, right?
Potentially, but you could just jump on like different targets. You have very good
Yeah.
axe save in that case. You got good arrow setup. The lane might be a little weak, but Elephant has been playing for mid-late game like pretty much every game, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Worries me though if they want to have, you know, if they want Yang to jump here and they want yours to jump here, they're already playing all over the place sometimes and individually, and now you're telling me that they want to like have a split fight. I can only imagine
Maybe that's
how
perfect
that's
for
gonna
them
work.
though.
How that's gonna work
Because
out.
a
Yeah,
split
I mean,
fight
it
is
can be
actually what they
need.
want.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it feels like even if they do go for the Faceless Void, obviously the Cataclysm does help a lot. It's not really that much coordination, right? You know, you just get one call, one Chronosphere, and Cataclysm's going to do the rest for you. So I'd like to see that. I'm circling back to the Elder Titan 3, if that is, you know, it's still something that's floating around. You'd be kind of a little bit more concerned, right, Black, going into the Invoker, because the Tornado can always purge off your spirit, so you'd be a lot less scary in these fights.
Yeah, and Deafening Blast as well, of course, prevents your right clicks. You would have to farm a very fast, like Midas into Aghanim's for it to work, which we have seen. Like, it can work. Dota is a game where, you know, sometimes thinking outside of the box is what ends up netting you the win.
Elephant, whether or not they want to pick up a carry here, or whether or not they're going to try and go for something a little bit more ambiguous to still kind of float the idea of this carry axe. They did get rid of a lot of the safe laners that can deal with an axe, so it's kind of leaning me more towards a Yang axe rather than a Eurus one. Still got a minute to go. I still like the Faceless Void idea. We saw it yesterday come out, though, against the Doob, and it looked pretty abysmal. You know, 900 hero damage is not something you want coming out of your carry, so
Yeah,
maybe that's
matchup.
something in the back of the mind. Yeah,
it's definitely not the easiest matchup, but the other three heroes can't really pressure a Void a whole lot. But of course, if you get doomed, then you're doomed, obviously, and then you can't do anything. The Elephant taking the sweet time. What else could they do? F Prophet. So it is a carry axe.
It might be carry Death Prophet.
They've done it in the past as well. Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to say it. I really did. I really wish you guys could read my mind. In my head, I was saying Death Prophet. I'm not just trying to sound smart here. Post, you know, hindsight 2020. I wish I could just speak with confidence. I say stupid things like Elder Titan 3. Yeah, and I just can't get the words out.
Wait. They need a carry. So they need a carry that checks a lot of boxes, to be honest. You're gonna lane well against the axe. Potentially even DP. You're gonna be okay against Invoker. Maybe even an Egg Killer, but I guess Lina can do that for you.
Morphling?
After the last game, I don't know if they want to do that.
Jug, Lifestealer, the two kind of floating around.
Lifestealer is pretty good.
See what they want to go for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going for damage. Elder Titan PA.
Elder Titan 5. I knew it. That's exactly what I said. Nice.
Basically, there's the offlane Prophet and the carry axe.
And it is, yeah, it's a safe one axe.
So you're wrong just all around, but that's fine. What happens?
No, we're all wrong, Black.
That's how I
remember?
try.
Yeah, we're all wrong every time.
Here. We're all wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, we take these.
Some people are right, some people are wrong, which makes us right.
Right.
I just bring down the
we're
average. I say what chat wants to say. I'm a man of the people.
That you are.
That Twitch chat IQ. I mean, I do kind of like what's coming out here from Elephant. I'm a little bit concerned with this PA. It feels like it is a very much feast or famine hero. It's either going in one-tapping people or it's kind of not really doing all too much, especially with the not resurgence, I guess, the surge of the amount of Aeon discs here. I might be a little bit concerned for Sylar's kind of jump in, jump out style, see if you can get that done with the Phantom Assassin. But, I mean, it's a game 3 here in the upper bracket final, so you're kind of throwing all chips on the table here and seeing where they do fall. And I guess we'll leave it with you, Black, to see where you think this game number 3 is going to go, Elephant or EHOME.
I honestly really quite like this Elephant draft. They have a lot of setup, a lot of scaling for the late game, good mid game, good team fight, They don't lack a whole lot of anything. And this last pick PA is more like, wow, we really need something to be able to carry us here. Let's get some lucky crits in, something like that. I'm gonna go with
What about you,
Elephant.
Bkop?
Leaning Elephant. I think that last game might even be like a mental destroyer. A little bit. But I wonder
wake
if
up call.
Elephant. Yeah, well, we need to do something earlier, which is definitely something that PA could potentially get away with. Yeah, I'm definitely leaning Elephant. I think Eurus is definitely anything you can do. I can do better towards Ame, and we'll have to see if he can pull it off.
It's a scary hand.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a big hand, and if you're an EHOME fan, you're really hoping that gets through the chest here of the Elephant players. But, lads, it is time for game number 3, so we're going to leave it with Black and Bkop for this upper bracket final.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Appreciate
Merci.
it, Mr. Fluke.
Prepare for battle.
Let's hope Elephant is not gonna fluke. Or last game rather wasn't a fluke, because that looked pretty convincing. And EHOME this time around. I'm not feeling the drafts today. It is the third in a row where I'm kind of going like, yeah, Elephant kind of won this one in the draft.
Yeah, it feels like a much more decisive draft from Elephant overall.
Yeah. Where do you think these drafting like issues today are coming from on the EHOME side?
I don't know, because I have a lot of faith when you have someone like QQQ drafting, right?
30 seconds to
Yeah.
battle.
I would say it's
think
a
it's just like
little
a new
bit
style they
more
wanna try?
surprising.
Because they think
Maybe.
they can't beat them with like the normal sort of style, or maybe they had like a team talk about it and really prioritized TA like super highly, first overall pick. But yeah, we'll have to see. Like they made it work in game 1. Maybe the craziness can shine through in game 3. But it's not an easy TA game.
The battle
PA
begins.
game, sorry. There's a lot of A's.
A lot of assassins.
Yes. We got a Quaspex Invoke against Lina, the classic. Usually still a little bit Lina favored, just because of the base damage advantage. And when the Fiery Soul comes out, also you have the attack speed advantage as well. I have not seen Euros on a carry axe, so that's going to be interesting. For me, he's always more of a hard carry kind of player.
And not really what I was expecting from him. I truthfully thought that would be the Yang pickup.
Charles had an arrow. It's a lot of damage to him.
Yeah, the battle hunger and the right clicks coming in are
I wonder if he did
quite
that purposely.
a nuisance.
To like block the arrow from killing the range creep, but if he did, that's a lot of damage.
If I still got the range creep.
Yeah, he always gets his range creeps. Greed
We'll
is
see if he
good.
gets that kind of farm, like the way he did in the previous game. He was at 3k, keeping up with the offlaner with that tide. So, FYI, I want to kind of maybe take more of a glimpse at his movements as the game progresses, how he's grabbing this farm, and what he's doing to accomplish that all over the map.
They actually gave EHOME the big camp, so the setter is gonna cause some problems here for Euros. I'm surprised they didn't block it. It's usually what you do against
Shockwave.
Enchantress. Boy, FY getting very low. One more impetus.
I wonder,
It's a fast hero.
did Fade misclick that?
I think what? The creep?
He enchanted the range creep. I'm wondering if you wanted to enchant FY and slow him down.
I'm pretty sure he wanted to. Yeah. Else that would have been a dead FY.
Yeah, that would have been first blood, but instead he enchanted the range creep next to him. That feels really
Pretty
bad, 'cause
uncharacteristic
that could have been
from-
significant.
Yeah, but he's still getting a lot of big creeps here, so he's probably still gonna be okay with that. And Doom. I mean, a carry axe shouldn't be able to pressure the Doom a whole lot, to be honest. So he should be getting away with the greedy item build. Or his boots, going to face boots, Midas. Typical stuff. And PA, on the other hand, should be quite happy against the DP, who shouldn't be able to pressure the PA at all.
Sylar doing well at 15-1.
Yeah. Of course, DP is also free farming.
X-Nova, Crypt Swarm,
Ooh.
couple right clicks, not going to be enough. And he'll pop the salve and stay in the lane.
Yeah, but that's already a Ring of Health done on Euros. We have to see how heavy they go into the Ancient stacks. XM is cold snapped under the tower, taking a lot of damage. Gonna be alright though.
We'll see how Somnus does on this
40.
Invoker.
Yeah, the
This is
past times
another
we've seen
hero
this
too
Invoker
for... Yeah?
wasn't impressive.
Yeah, I agree. During the DPC season, it wasn't something that we were really raving about. And then XM, Lena's definitely one of his better heroes as well. It's not his TA, but it's certainly one we've seen him have great performances on previously.
Yeah, the biggest problem with Euros and his Invoker in the DPC was his item builds.
Bottom
He
lane,
went like,
Sylar burning. Getting quite
burning
low.
a lot.
So is X-Nova. Yang.
Oh, he
Will he
dies!
survive here to get the kill onto X-Nova? Yes, he will.
the double.
Super getting both those kills.
And it's a big creep wave coming in as well. They're gonna lose a ton of creeps under the tower. This is the worst case scenario for them, pretty much. And we said this should be a pretty easy PA lane, but this is about to turn real bad for them. There should be more regen coming out from the courier relatively soon, and then the lane is basically reset. And DP Phoenix is tough. Like, you got a lot of overtime damage, Spirit Siphon, Spirit Sylar again. Can't fight the Phoenix.
And this is just not... Ooh, Sylar hit with the Icarus dive? Yeah. He's fine. That Tango will run out. He's got the Ring of Health, trying to survive in this lane, about to hit level 4. Meanwhile, Super, he's also getting towards that level 4.
Yeah, but you remember, right? When Somnus played Invoker, his item builds were like all over the place. Witchblade into Travels, into
Yeah.
like BKB. You were like, what is happening?
It felt like he was going different builds every single time too, and like not typical standard builds either.
Yeah. So the lanes are looking all pretty okay-ish still. Like bottom lane, Sylar isn't as happy as he was before, but he has his Ring of Health, so he should be able to sustain himself, no problem. Oof, that was an impetus. We might be able to get him.
Ooh, looking for the vision. Might catch him in between the towers. FY caught, impetus shot, right click in. Now forced to kind of stand there. Yang though, he's dead. XM makes the rotation, gets the kill. And LSA landing and having a little bit of help is Sylar to get that kill over bottom. We don't see Invoker really move off the lane just yet, and Fate actually comes his direction. He gets the courier of this Enchantress. They have Super, who's level 4 already. Tornado EMP. Is Super going to get another one? No, Somnus will get credit for that, and Super will help with an assist, and he's involved in all 3 kills this far.
Yep, and Axe's Vanguard is in the courier, so he's going to have a really good game. So far, only 1 Ancient stack. I have to look out if they're gonna stack it more, because usually with Axe you wanna have like 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 if you can. But so far not really prioritizing the stacking is Super.
There's the urn for Somnus.
Yeah. Sometimes we see urn into Midas, sometimes we see Vessel into Midas, sometimes Vessel into Axe. Depending on how he feels this game is going. But do they need a Vessel this game? It's pretty good against Doom. But otherwise, not really important, so I wouldn't mind a Midas.
That EMP keeping XM with not a lot of mana to work with. Got phase boots picked up for this off lane Death Prophet.
And Enchantress is spotted out by the ward, and Invoker is making his way over. The
That
free
could be
kill is a catch
problematic. Icarus dive, and there's the Fire Spirits. Tornado missing though from Somnus, so Fade able to just walk it out.
Yeah, Enchantress is a very speedy hero, of course. Not the easiest setup. But Yang has been left somewhat solo down here and still holding his own.
Cold Snap, and he's taking some damage. The LSA lands though on a super. He might die to Fade. Arrow coming in, and that's not going to land anywhere. XM quite low, but never really falls. They'll look for the sweep. It won't hit. And Somnus. Ooh, Eurus!
Ooh.
Culling Blade right on him. They found XM.
X is in pop for middle. Fade is taking a lot of damage. Looking for X-Nova.
Yeah, he's
Be
caught
dead.
with the Cold Snap. I don't think he gets out of this one. The right clicks, the Exorcism with the Crypt Swarm. Yang, easy does it.
And they can use that for the mid tower as well.
Really just good movements from Elephant. I think the one botch movement was from Somnus at the moment, but overall it's been pretty simple for him. Tornado EMP.
Yeah.
They found themselves Fade, and Spirit Siphon.
Nice
Arrow comes
arrow.
out from FY to get the kill. They'll use the Doom onto the Death Prophet, trying to run from Sylar, who's making the rotation. Sylar is rotating for this, but if Sylar gets caught, that could feel really bad. However, I say that with Kuna Blade as well as the LSA. They get the kill on Yang as well as Somnus. Somnus was trying to body block Sylar, and it cost him his life.
Yeah, even Euros rotated in for that one. And Somnus a little bit too aggressive. Like, he's in melee range of the PA. Just gets LS8 from a TPing in Lina and gets blown up from full health.
Yeah.
Like, if they make these kind of moves, they need more people there. Euros TP'd in. A little bit too late, unfortunately. But at least they have a big stack waiting for him.
Really kind of surprised that they would do something like that, like leave themselves out like that. Somnus especially. I'm not sure what he was really trying to accomplish. Another ancient stack made.
a lot of
so
stacks.
yours is going to get a lot of farm.
And of course, Chip West.
Dire's top tower is
Classic.
under attack.
Always.
Dire's top
Yeah, but PA also got her possessed mask, which is what she wanted. But yeah, look at this axe net worth. It's gonna be really high soon.
under attack.
Close to 6k.
Wow.
Minute 10. The 600 GPM basically.
Is under attack.
Yep. Not bad at all.
No, not at all.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
He's level 11 actually at minute 10. It's
Top lane,
It's also not
super
bad at all.
caught, and he'll be killed. Chalice getting credit for that one.
Dire's
Yep.
top tower is under attack.
Here's level 11 going in and looking for this Yang Spirit Siphon Battle Hunger out. They're going to TP over the Elder Titan. They'll use the Exorcism. Sylar jumps over to the Creep Wave. Fade's also here. Creep Swarm with the Spirit Siphon. They get the kill on a Sylar, and they're going to look towards the rest. Sleep? No.
Nice.
Silence lands from Yang. That's going to be on the money. They'll get the kill. They'll get the tower. Double kill for Yang. This Exorcism works wonders, and Yang kind of making up for dying in that mid lane just a moment ago as FY lands another arrow, and Somnus will get the kill on a Fade. So 3 clean kills there for Elephant.
Yep. Finally getting
Bottom tower is
things
under
going their way. Was very important for them to take the bot tower just to make sure PA can't just freely farm there. And we see another Battle Fury PA. Like, it's generally not items that we really see a whole lot anymore. But Euros did the same
Right.
thing yesterday, so maybe China has like a different read on the meta. But Doom finished his Midas throughout all that, and he's very close to his Blink already. Top 1 net within his team. Axe still a little bit ahead of him, but we have seen how much damage a farm Doom can do.
X-Nova.
Grabbing a DD.
Feel like he was in a little bit of trouble for a second if they made the move from Elephant.
So he is actually committing into a vessel on Somnus. See if he has a better fate than what is D-Stones yesterday.
Right. Fade caught again.
And
Arrow
he's dead again.
lands, EMP's there, Sunray, and he'll die to Somnus. Supernova committed, knowing that X-Nova cannot really even try to fight this. This
Yeah,
is
but at the
looking
same
really
time, there was
good
also
from
more
Elephant.
follow-up. Yeah, they're playing a
Yeah.
lot better.
Tower is
Much
under
better
attack.
pace than the first 2 games. But they kind of need that too. Because you have this carry axe. You need to be able to win this early mid game. The Exorcism up in 20. Probably looking for another tower. Probably middle at that time. They don't have egg though, so maybe the cooldowns won't match up.
They're smoking for bottom.
Smoke.
Yang.
He
I assume
is
he's
not
getting
expecting
picked
this.
here.
Don't even need it.
LSA. Yeah, they don't even need it. Laguna Boy comes out and they're gonna get the kill without the Doom, which is really good for them.
Look at Axe though. It's a Manta at minute 13. Guys,
Pretty
filthy
crazy.
rich. Vanguard Manta minute 13.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Like, he has way
He's
too much
keeping up
gold.
with- yeah, he's keeping up with the Devour Midas Doom. Oh, that arrow, I think, spotted that,
Yeah, it did, it did.
as well as having that ward on the cliff. Thank you.
Yeah. But the arrow would have spotted that as well. See, I got you back. Every time.
You know, both things worked. My sentences were both true.
Yeah. I would never leave a bro hanging.
Dust doesn't land.
Yeah, the Invoker was ghost walked. Might potentially set up the other way.
They've placed down a sentry, so he needs to be careful about how he goes into this.
They saw him, they pinged
And
him
the
out.
ping from the Elder Titan, yeah.
So Vessel is done, and he has 2 charges. That's already better than yesterday. And Axe,
Oh,
as we said,
certainly.
Manta completed. 900 gold on him already. You need to wait till minute 20 to get really strong, no matter how farmed you are, so...
Might as
There's
well
a
go for
limit
the
on
Blink
him.
Dagger then. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot of this gold. You're making up for it, and I think that's the proper way. Just go to the Blink and play aggressive. They saw this smoke. They had this ward right by the outpost, so they know
both
this is coming.
Both rotations are getting caught up by the wards. So
Radiant's
very good warding from both teams. PA
Yeah.
has her Battle Fury now, so she will start to accelerate. How's Doom looking? Got Blink. Decently close to the BKB as well. Once that's up, it's going to be hard to deal with him. I'm a little worried, to be honest, for Elephant. The pace might not be fast enough that they're putting out here.
They need to definitely slow down Sylar. He's got this Battle Fury, and I think that they can't allow Sylar to have happen, or to they can't allow what they did or what EHOME allowed them to do in game 2 in this game.
Yeah, they
Dire's middle
shut him down pretty effectively so far, but you gotta continue doing that, because now that the Battle Fury is complete, he's gonna scale really fast.
Yeah.
Doom is alone top. Is he gonna get
Now
greedy?
the TP. Tornado doesn't land. He's coming up from behind, looking for something. Moonlight Shadow, though. Chalice spotted, and now they've got the Exorcism. Arrow comes through. Sunray, Spirit Vessel, and a kill on the Chalice. He tried to make a play around, thinking that it was just Somnus.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what he was expecting there. Because he doesn't have the BKB, as we said. And he just gets blown up instantly.
Radiant's top tower.
It's a big loss for him. Because his Midas and Devour have been off cooldown for like 40 seconds as well.
They're going to grab this tier 1, or at least try to.
Yeah, another triple ancient stack for the Axe as well.
Dire's
Exorcism is running out shortly, so maybe they can defend this one. But they're not at their full strength yet at all. Like, Axe is just continuing to scale.
He's got his Blink
He's
Dagger,
gonna
and he
have-
still has 3 minutes to get the shard.
Yeah. Might have to buy travels before the shard even.
Dire's middle tower needs regeneration.
This is definitely one
Yang
of the
running,
richest Axes we've seen in a long
and
time.
he's
Axel
got
is
some help
fast.
from Super Immediate. Fire Spirit, Sunray, FY, he's nearby too.
Yeah, well done
I
by
mean,
them.
yeah. Eurus is certainly going to have the gold for this shard. You might be right. Boots to travel and then go again, farm up the shard.
Yeah, you just want to make absolutely sure that you have enough money at minute 20 to get the shard right away. Like, you don't want to wait for it. XM, he's getting ghost walked.
Silence coming through from Yang, and they should have this kill. Yang will get credit for that one, and they'll catch this Selena all by himself. Like, that is not where you need to be if you're XM. FY, by the way, his farm, again, looking so good. Not only that, but so is Supers. His farm is right up there with the 4 position of EHOME.
Yeah, that's where the gold advantage is coming from. Because Stomness is not having a good game at all in this Invoker. He's very poor. Only has 7k net worth. Hopefully, you know, he'll be able to recover because his Midas is still a little bit away. But they're gonna have this axe power spike soon. Like, that's what they're waiting for. It's still a minute. It feels like a year, to be honest. Like, we're talking about him every minute, but time is just not passing. And he's going to be a monster.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's level 16. What's the next closest level? 14. Yeah, he's almost 17 even.
Dire are scanning.
No, boy is a little bit obese.
Midas for Invoker.
Yeah. Decent-ish timing, not terrible, and he should be able to catch up no problem.
So 2,800 gold Axe is saving. Still has 30 seconds. So he's buying BKB.
He's
Oh
buying
my.
BKB before travels. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna have to go for the shard and almost half his BKB already. Alright,
So
10
crazy.
seconds. We should just see an instant smoke right after that, because Euros is ready. There's nothing to need to wait for at this point. He also has 3k health for some reason. I don't know where that came from.
Extra 300
beefy
health
boy.
from the 15 talent.
Yeah, another 180 from the 10 talent. You have a Vanguard, you have Manta.
Yeah.
Do they want to
BKB
wait for
for
the
the Doom.
BKB also? Or do they want to make a play with this? Because Radiant is also getting big. The supports are not
Yeah.
as rich, but the cores are.
All 3 core is pretty much a 10k net worth.
Yeah. And double Doom late game. Very scary to fight into. Wait, Sylar just finished his Desolator as well. I think it's flying out on the courier. Yep. So it's a lot of damage from him. XM very close to his BKB. You said Doom just finished his. So a lot of good core items out for them as well. And I said it before, I don't know if they're playing at a fast enough pace on Elephant.
It feels very bogged down and slow, for sure.
They do have the big Cataclysm Axe call combo though. Like, that can instant kill anyone he catches. So even in late game, if this Invoker gets Refresher, there's gonna be like 2k pure damage. So they shouldn't be falling off into late game either.
Mhm.
Maybe it's the Radiant actually who have to be scared of it. But Aeon Disc exists. That's a problem for this combination, of course. Do we see any Aeon Discs already queued up? Not so far. Which is surprising, because we always have like one at minute 20. Feels like.
I'm really worried here about Elephant's pace. But for EHOME, like, I think they're very happy with how much space they're getting given.
I sort of agree, but as I said, the scaling of Elephant is also nowhere near its peak. Like, this Cataclysm Axe combo is going to be very potent. And they smoke up, all 5 even. But they saw the smoke. Crypt Swarm came out of nowhere. They're very aware of it.
Radiant's middle
Next Nova
tower
is in breaking
under
position.
attack. Radiant
Yeah.
structures are fortified.
Ready to break, potentially in this little pathway. Ooh, Fade moving forward. And now they Moonlight Shadow, a little bit delayed. Blink forward for Chalice, and he's got the BKB, but doesn't get anything out of that. That seemed a little delayed from both teams. Like, the reaction was just slow from both sides.
It felt like both teams had like a second delay.
Radiant's middle tower.
Like, Fade showed himself clearly, and then the Moonlight Shadow was a second after they saw him. Wonder if that was just Moonlight Shadow, not even to try and fight, but to just run.
Yeah, potentially. But that was the first smoke with Axe's power timing, so they do want to wait for that BKB also. Very interesting. We see a lot of teams be very aggressive with this Axe coming at 20. That's something we said already in the draft. Like, Elephant is a team that likes to take their time.
Yeah, maybe too much time.
Potentially. Like, the PA has gotten a lot of space. Axe is still out farming her by a lot though.
Dire's top
And as we
tower
said, this
is under
matchup is
attack.
not the easiest. If you do get caught by Axe call, it's gonna be a problem. Because even if you miss it, I believe you can still spin, because you start spinning before the attack even lands. Maybe I'm wrong there.
I'm
probably wrong there.
surprised that they just haven't really taken advantage of this Axe and his net worth advantage. So they're trying to right now with the smoke. We'll see if
Smoke.
they can. Blink call only onto the Lina, but that's going to be enough. Sunstrike coming through. Can they get the kill off this one? The spin's not going to be enough to win. Earth Splitter comes in as well as the Doom out onto the Axe. They have the Inferno Blade, Supernova, and now they get the kill on X Nova as well as
Siler
F-Fly.
dying.
Meteor down, Siler burning, and looking to get the kill onto this Axe, but he'll die instead. Sonus gets the kill. Sunray onto the Axe to keep him healthy. They bought back on the Elder Titan, and they only lose this Mirana.
It felt a little bit awkward again. Like, the both smokes broke, and then Chalice jumped onto the Mirana rather than like any important target. Sure, the Mirana dies, but Phoenix in trouble.
Double stun on both the Axe as well as the Phoenix. The Icarus dive away, and now they have that long duration stun on Eurus. We'll see if he's able to get the blink in. His blink is on cooldown for another 4 seconds. Send those illusions out, and one will be enchanted.
And tanks the arrow as well. Chalice needs to make sure that he gets the Doom off on a core target, like, quickly. You can't be jumping one of the Mirana, or maybe dooming a Phoenix even could be okay, so he doesn't get the Supernova and Sunray off. But you gotta doom a core target quickly. Because like, he doomed Eurus after he already used everything.
Yeah. But Eurus got stopped like that. He got the call only onto the Lina. I think he was a little bit hesitant as well.
Yeah. He also didn't spin a whole lot after the call. All his illusions and everything. But overall, still a good team fight for the Dire. Gave Death Prophet her BKB, Axe his BKB, and now they are more than happy to fight.
Sunstrike wins the sweep onto the Phoenix, but Yang gets the attention of Chalice. They've got the call, the damage. Uh-oh, Culling Blade on a Chalice, looking for more.
The classic. Axe can output so much damage with a shot at Manta. It's kind of absurd.
It really is quite gross. Icarus dive, Supernova in a decent spot. Interesting call from Eurus.
That is blink of cancelled by something.
Earth Splitter.
But the Max heals them back to full. And are they looking at Roshan? Or are they looking at the Fade?
Call. Coming in, they'll get the kill on a Fade. Eurus catching it this time.
And now they're potentially looking at Roshan. Alacrity. Or Sylar. Ooh, that was very close. I didn't expect him to be there.
Still can't go
Sylar
on a
needs to
Roche
just
with
go
the
and
other
farm
Titan.
right now. He needs his BKB. He's walking around the fight a little bit too much. Isn't really prioritizing his own game enough, I feel like. Because his BKB is absolutely vital.
Just to try and stay alive. Be able to kind of have some impact in this fight.
Yeah, this is the scary thing we spoke about. Like, this axe is just... Whoever he jumps on, the guy is just dead. There's no saving him. It doesn't even matter who it is. You saw the Doom, he died in like 2 seconds. Call duration is over 3, so... You're not getting away from that guy, especially with a Sunstrike on top, or potentially Cataclysm soon.
Yeah, now with
Just
the
finish
Ags,
his
they'll have the
Ags.
Cataclysm.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Arrow? Nowhere near.
You got a lot of good tools to get high ground vision. I like it. Fort Spirits, Sunstrikes, arrows. Even Phoenix to an extent. Side level
Sweet miss
18
is
though.
only hitting on a Roche.
So they want to use this timing where PA doesn't have BKB yet. She is 500 short. And if they commit for this Roche, which they're not.
Tower is under attack.
Fake back.
They back out the Moonlight Shadow. They're trying to wrap in. They need to find the Elder Titan. I think he's been a big thorn in their side trying to take this Roche.
Bottom tower is under attack.
They know the Mirana ulti does. Gives good space to Sylar, who is 50 gold away from his BKB. And now he got it.
Oh, Chalice is on this high ground. 4 staff down.
He cliffed himself.
Again, Elephant just not comfortable, I think, taking that engagement.
Yeah, that's the PA BKB now. And we've seen, despite the successful fights, like the gold advantage is like now gone. It's a completely even game in terms of net worth. And it will come all down to initiation though. Like if you catch the PA in a call Cataclysm, he's dead. There's nothing you can do to save him. You gotta play your cards right if you're EHOME and if you're Elephant. It's a very tense game. Any one mistake can be very exploited.
And one lost fight can blow the doors open for either team.
Yeah. This is like the next fight is gonna dictate whoever's going to win that fight is going to dictate the pace of the game from there on out. There's FY building into Greaves. Super has the Holy Locket as well for additional heal. There's a lot on the line, of course. So both teams are very hesitant to make a move because, as we said, one wrong move and it could all be gone in an instant.
This is all by Roche. Like a lot of just standoff happening here over mid near the Roche pit. The ones breaking off are XM and Somnus.
Yeah, XM has the travels though, Somnus does not. I feel like Cloak of Flames on DP is not lore friendly. Like she should get burned, she's a ghost.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure if the lure, like we do want to make that lure friendly Dota custom game. That would be fun.
Very important. And Death Prophet also shouldn't heal from Sunray, but take damage if you're in her team.
And Mirror Shield should be an instant kill on Medusa.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense, right? Like, why is it not like that?
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. Like,
No, I
Valve
agree.
gotta up their game there a little bit, and when it comes to lore.
Allies disappear.
There's a DD bottom, they don't have the best DD carriers though. So Summons is like, I
Summons will
got
pick it up.
this.
He's going Blink Dagger.
He's scouting out the PA.
Fight over mid. Sunstrike coming in. Fade. It's gonna end up dead. They'll throw the Doom onto the Axe. The 4 staff back and away from this team, but they landed the Super on both this Death Prophet as well as Super on the Phoenix. They'll get the kill to Super and it ends up being a trade with the buyback being used by the Enchantress.
It's a Doom committed on the Axe though. There's a long cooldown expended. They still have everything else though. Laguna has also been used. Do they want to push for anything more? Potentially a Roshan. Oh no, Exorcism has not been used yet actually. It's a little bit of a problem. So Elephant can probably now just force Roshan. Because the big Doom is off cooldown. Against Elder Titan though, we have seen what happens yesterday when you do that.
Yeah.
Oof. Post call. Over blinked a little bit, which of course makes the blink dagger a little shorter.
Nova has just been constantly throwing spirits into the pit, spirits around the pit as well, and they haven't been able to catch up to him and get this kill onto this Elder Titan.
Yeah. He's in a good position. I also love the itemization on Ench and Elder Titan. The only counter to this Cataclysm combo is a Force Staff, and they're smoking up, posturing very aggressively.
I like Chalice's positioning. This time they will find X-Nova.
No buyback. He's gone for a minute.
60 seconds.
Well, bye-bye Roche.
Short buyback by 200 gold.
Yeah, Titan is the big hit fighter without him. Look how fast it dies. The axe spins.
The question is, can they do anything with this Aegis? They really have been hesitant to move all over the map, and now do they have enough here to put the pressure on? Like, this Aegis is all well and great, but can they do anything with it? You still see EHOME. These 3 cores are doing so much, and the Cataclysm comes in. That's going to land, and they'll get the kill on a Sylar. So right away, they do something with it. They end up losing the Aegis. The Tornado comes through and hits on the Enchantress. XM trying to wait and land the Sunday will do so. Giles comes in, pops his BKB, but here comes the Exorcism. Laguna Blade out on the Eurus. He's trying to run. He's trying to hide Sunray on him, and they dust. But into for his Chalice. They'll get the kill there onto the Doom. They will take out 3. And Elephant, they finally win a big fight that EHOME were the ones trying to aggress on.
Yeah, that is exactly what we spoke about, though. There's too much burst damage coming out from the Axe, his Manta, and the Cataclysm. Sure, PA is decently survivable, but there's just no living through that. You might need an Aeon Disc on a lot of these Radiant heroes. And that was pre-Assault Cuirass. Now Axe has that as well, so he's much more survivable against all the physical damage that the Radiant have. It's a tough game at this point.
Yeah. We'll see what Lena wants to really go for. It's the Daedalus, but like, do you go Daedalus into MKB? Is that the move for XM to get these items? Can he output that kind of damage? It looked like he wanted to go after this Axe who just barely survived. Maybe with a bit more time, XM can start outputting too much damage for Elephant to handle. It's not like that fight was too far off from them winning it. It just kind of fell into a good position for Elephant.
Potentially, but the Death Prophet is also getting really strong. Like, don't forget, DP is still in the game, and he's scaling very well himself. And they just have a lot of targets they need to focus. They need to get rid of the Invoker, DP, the Phoenix Egg, the Axe is a menace in the background. There's a lot of problems to deal with, and as we've just seen, whoever the Axe jumps on, like, you're just dead.
He's dead.
Yeah. You need to force staff them before the Cataclysm hits, otherwise there's no saving you. That and Aeon Disc, I guess, but you don't really want to itemize into an Aeon Disc on like a PA. Just early on into the game at least. Ooh, FY. Was a big crit.
Almost dead. Eurus, Somnus moving, Chalice, blink, call, and look at the damage just come out. Chalice gets cleanly, he BKB'd.
Yeah, that's all pure damage.
Oh no.
No getting out of that with BKB. Axe is 24
Super's just
already.
pushing in bottom by himself too.
Yeah, they're playing 3 lanes and they're not getting punished for it. EHOME is a little bit flustered right now. Like as soon as they initiated on Doom, everybody started running top to the Doom. But of course, it's a little bit too late at that point. Like, they're always reacting. They're never the ones to initiate. They need to initiate. We said how important initiating is. Maybe here? No.
Reactionary Dota is not normally a winning strategy either.
Yeah, only if you have like really good saving heroes like Winter Wyvern and stuff like that, which in this game they don't.
Yeah, if they had like Shadow
that's how
Demon as
Elephant
well as
played
Winter
last
Wyvern.
game. Tyler. He's had a decent game. It's just he couldn't really convert it into any sort of team fight damage yet.
And no conversion just yet. They're waiting for him to show himself. Doubt he will now.
He's saying that, but he's...
They're going to come from the side, and they're going to go in on this. They've got themselves potentially the kill on the Chalice once again. I think he looked for the Culling Blade. He's not going to get it, so now it's going to be on cooldown. They look to get the kill on the Doom, but they end up losing Yang instead. They bailed once he didn't get that Culling Blade, and they left this Death Prophet to die.
Yeah. And XM is on the hunt.
Tower is under attack.
He's gonna get a stun on the Euros.
Oh, now
Oh,
that
he's
he went
soft.
for the stun on Eurus, FY gets away.
Yeah. It makes me wonder, is Lincoln's Fear the right choice for this Death Prophet? Aeon Disc would have saved him there. Like, Lincoln's is good on paper against Doom, but only if you can actually survive because of it. If you still
Yeah.
die, then it doesn't matter whether you have the Lincolns or not. And he got blown up by Sylar and XM. He does so much overwhelming physical damage. You need much more armor than you have right now. And who's that going to?
Oh, super.
He's very
It's
survivable.
fine.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tyrant's Radic on Doom is very scary.
And this Enchantress starting to get some damage with that talent.
Yeah. What does Sylar have in store next for us? What would be good this game? Satanic probably. Would make the most sense against the Axe.
Spell Prism.
also. It's a lot of good items coming out.
Who do you give the Spell Prism
Okay,
to?
Trickster Cloak on the other side. How's Elephant looking? Elucape on Axe, absolutely mental item on him. You have Trickster Cloak on DP, Leveler. That could be sick on Axe as well if he wants to take that, but Elucape is probably better. And Ninja Gear, not bad at all. That's Mirana ult.
Oh, Sylar!
Oof.
They didn't want to go.
That's very tense. Very tense.
I
Got an arrow.
really thought they would have wanted that.
They got an arrow on the edge and still didn't go. We have seen a lot of indecisiveness from both teams in the series.
Wonder if Eurus is
Which is kinda
holding on
funny.
and trying to wait for 25.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, what is he gonna get there? Berserker Call AoE probably. But you would expect both of these teams in the qualifier to have like the least amount of indecisiveness, right? Just because of the experience between the two of them.
Unfortunately, though, that's what, you know, the reason they're in this situation. Cataclysm coming out, now they're going to look over the Doom. The Force that's not going to be in time. They get the Culling Blade on the Chalice. They'll look over the Elder Titan. Battle Hunger's on Haymaker's dive as well as the Supernova, but it's not in a good spot. These right clicks are in. They'll blow up the egg. They've got the BKB pop by Yang, and they have Sylar continuing to jump. Stifling Dagger will pop the Lincolns on both, I believe, the Death Prophet and the Invoker. So they get the kill on a Super as well as Somnus. XM, he gets credit for a double kill. Yang now on the run. You're so far away from this fight, thinking about maybe Blink calling back in. They've got Exorcism still going. Eurus over to the side. Silence out. Arrow in. Not going to land. Blink as well as the call. That's going out on the Chalice. Starstorm and the Culling Blade. They got the kill. He's hit for 104. And Fade taking a lot of damage from this Exorcism once again. Ghost coming back in, keeping alive Yang for a second longer. But the LSA lands from XM. And they get the kill on a Yang. Oh, Stifling Dagger, right clicks, FY surviving. X-Nova's here. Eurus with the call. It's on to this Phantom Assassin, but it's not going to be enough. They should get the kill on the Eurus, but not before he dunks on X-Nova.
But this is the big problem. We said the scaling of Radiant is much, much better. The Satanic PA is just dishing out so much damage in his team fights now, and they can't really deal with him anymore. They don't have the burst to kill him. If your Invoker gets doomed, you are in a lot of trouble. It cost him the buyback on Doom. He died back, but oh, they're very happy with this fight because the two hard right-clicking cores are scaling more and more. Almost Satanic done on Lina now as well. Where's your damage gonna come from?
Dire are scanning.
Also, did you see this triple stifling dagger hitting
Yeah, it
both
popped two
Lincoln's
Lincolns.
targets?
Yeah. Which is another thing. Lincoln's is not a great item this game. There's so many little ways to pop it.
Shadows, take us.
Yeah. Can't believe that was like the perfect triple stifling dagger.
Is under attack.
Yeah.
Like
And,
legitimately
and I believe
perfect.
the third one that hit, I don't know, FY was a crit. So can't ask for more than that.
Puts
That's fine, it's all by design.
in a bit of a tricky position now.
Yeah, like this is usually where the carry axe starts to feel a little bit, you know, bad.
Dire's middle
Like that's why I
tower
said
is under
I
attack.
thought they were gonna put the axe in the offlane and just pick a scaling carry, because that has been Elephant's style since forever. Like they want to have the secure late game usually. This time around, they're on a little bit of a timer, and they're big. They're big. Dina, Sylar, very big. Somnus is up there in the net worth too. Man. It feels like his...
He doesn't feel like he's doing as much.
Yeah, it's like a Vessel, a Blink, and the Lincolns and the Midas. That's like most of his net worth, and it just doesn't feel very impactful against all these BKBs at this point.
Smoke.
Another smoke up. Yeah, they gotta make something happen. Chalice is the best target.
They've got him, and he already bought back, so it'll be difficult if he does get caught again.
Yeah, he's going for that A on this though. It's gonna be done in just 300 gold. So one more Midas, one more Devourer, and he has it. But Sylar says no. I'm taking this.
Sylar, by
What's
the
your
way, with
positioning,
the
Sylar?
Ags.
Yeah. We have seen Gabby pick that up a lot, and his PA is really good, so maybe take another.
Eurus.
Or they're just staring at each other.
What does he want? Oh, maybe looking for Sylar, but the blink, the call, the
Go Doom
counter
again.
coming in, but the force staff this time, it's going to be okay. The Earth Splitter comes through with the BKB pop by Eurus. He's trying to run. Sylar doing the damage here. Yang going in
they got the
deep.
Invoker
They've
again.
thrown out the Doom, and they go after the Invoker. The Supernova, it's in a decent spot, and they've got the taunt. They're pulling him over. Eurus, this might be enough, but no, the Supernova doesn't go off. They'll get the kill on the 4. They'll buy back on FY. They'll take out Yang as the exorcism's going, and it's a 5-for-1, a full team wipe here for EHOME. It looked like that Supernova was going to get off with the call from Eurus, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, and the hero force staff on the Doom. We said that's the only saving tool they have. They get it off this time around, which makes sure that he doesn't die right away. And now the game seems to be all but over. Elephant just doesn't have the tools to fight back anymore, it feels like. Just no
They played
damage.
too passive.
Yeah. And we've seen it a lot, especially in important qualifiers and tournaments, where teams that need to play fast just don't, because if you have to play fast, you have to take risks. And it's not easy to play fast. But if you draft the lineup that has to, you gotta do it. Because otherwise, it just looks like game 2, and potentially even this game, where they just outscale you, and it just feels like you were kind of just waiting for it to happen. Which is a very, very sad way to lose.
Right.
Dire's middle tower is
Like, it happened to me so many times that we are on the clock, and we just don't make anything happen because it's scary. It really is. You run out the triangle, and you feed. Maybe you lose the game even sooner, but at least you tried something, you know?
On the high ground, EHOME go.
Yeah.
Dire's structures are
Have a good amount of building damage. XM died in
Glyph
all of
and
this at
everybody
least,
back up
so
soon. Yeah, but you didn't
Yeah.
buy back.
he did not buy back. But if he was alive, that Rex would have been gone. And next fight, he's gonna have a Satanic.
Phantom Assassin also taking the shard in that Roche, so now has the Fan of Knives, which is pure damage.
Yep, and it refreshes every time you kill someone too with the Aghanim Scepter, of course, so potentially a lot of burst.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
XM did buy out on the Satanic, so he's pretty survivable himself now. Now the question is EHOME gonna capitalize on their advantage? Cause much like Elephant, they have been very timid throughout this entire series.
Yep. Scotty.
Scotty on the PA, okay.
Yeah.
4k health. Maybe would have liked an Abyssal Blade a bit more, but he's just going full survivability. And there is a DD. Is there a bottle for the DD? No. This PA is going to hurt.
I wonder if we see Sylar go Divine Rapier.
Radiant are scanning.
I
I don't
doubt
think he
it.
needs it, but I mean, who knows?
At this point, when we see the Divine Rapier from the Medusa,
Yeah. Both teams are definitely feeling the intensity now. One misstep at this point and you are done. They do still all have the buybacks, I believe, on Dire. Actually, Axe does not. Other than Axe, everybody has buyback on the Dire. No? Never mind. FY doesn't. They're building into a lot of hexes. But is Disable really the problem we have right now? Because I would say the problem is damage. And Invoker still has a fairy trinket in his inventory. Is there nothing better for you?
Invoker has now been caught. Doom comes out. They pop the Lincolns. They're gonna TP over Accent with the Laguna Blade and get the kill on Somnus.
Look at Somnus, he still has a fairy trinket in his inventory. It's tier 1.
Yeah, there's Psychic Headband available. You've got Titan Sliver.
Titan Sliver even, yeah. Very interesting. Wonder if he just forgot about it or not.
Right clicks on FY. Sylar jumped in for a second. Yule's up into the air. Not too scared. Has the Minotaur Horn, has the BKB, has an Aegis, all to work with, and they'll get the tier 3 over mid. They haven't bought back on Somnus yet, so he's still dead for a minute. Blink call, not gonna land.
Is it
And that
BKB
was a
pop?
call with the extra AoE. They know
You can
there's
definitely
no
feel the
Doom.
jitters. There's something
Oh, for sure.
in the wind. And there's something is not benefiting
There is
Elephant right
Blink
now.
call this time. It's going to be on the Phantom Assassin. They're going to buy back looking for it, but they missed the arrow. BKB gets popped by Sylar. They go to the Exorcism. They look to jump forward on this, but there's the Fan of Knives, as well as the Stifling Dagger coming through onto Yang. Right clicks on the Illusion. We'll take it out. Supernova
Deep
on the
Supernova
back
all by
line. He's
himself?
so far back. He's all by himself. They'll end up getting the kill on the egg. There's the Earth Splitter. Buyback from the Phoenix. They blink in. Infernal Blade out on F1 with the BKB being popped by Chalice. Exorcism still going. Popping the Aeon Disc on Chalice as well. Sylar still looking to stand forward and tall, but will lose the Aegis off timing. They have no
Managed to hold
Exorcism
on.
now, no Supernova.
Yeah, that egg was...
So far
Way
behind
too deep.
enemy lines.
Yeah, there was no teammate even nearby to be able to help there. He even skilled the Icarus dive talent and he went like all the way from the tier 3 to like the tree line there. Next to the lantern.
Arcane Blink
Chalice?
now for the Doom.
Yep, and Doom is up in 5 seconds again. Going into the Refresher Orb next. This timeless relic on him is really, really impactful. Like, his Infernal Blade is 8.5% damage per second, and the Doom lasts like for like 20 seconds. What are they gonna jump on?
Stifling Dagger on FY. Blink. Oh, Lincoln's popped. And they will get the Doom out onto the Death Prophet. They're going to look over as the call. Chalice in a little bit of trouble as they get the Laguna Blade under the Eurus. They'll take him out of the fight. He's dead for 100 seconds with buyback. Tornado comes in but doesn't hit anybody on the side of EHOME. No Glyph. Holding buyback. How long will they hold for?
Bkop.
And just lose the racks.
Look at XM. Here's a Wind Waker. There's another saving tool now against that Cataclysm combination. And it just looks like Elephant is running out of options.
X for the Mirana. They didn't get the buyback out of Eurus, which is a benefit for Elephant, but really don't know what the second life is going to do for him at the moment.
Yeah, it's tough. They have Elder Titan to give all these damage amplifications. A nigh unkillable PA at this point. You can probably say the same about Lina. Okay, pop the Minotaur horn. But yeah, what does Elephant have left in the tank? Because the last couple of team fights looked very plagued by mistakes, let's put it that way.
Where'd that Lotus Orb just come out? On the Elder Titan.
Yeah.
$27,000 net worth lead here for EHOME. See if they can cap it off. 8,700 gold for the PA, and Roche back up in 10 seconds.
Shadows take us.
It's gonna be a moonshot for the PA. Inch a little
God,
bit.
even inch is 25.
Plus 6.5% impetus damage. Alright.
That's nuts.
That's a lot
Wrapping
of damage.
all the way around, and they'll spot fade. Exorcism, Yang. Standing still, LSA. Right click's coming through BKB, but you're standing there for XM and Sylar. Fuels up into the air with the BKB pop. They go in for the blink as well as the call. The Cataclysm is not going to really do much. They've got themselves
Gone
the
again.
down to the Mirana. Yang, FI, and Super all dead. They'll buy back on Yang. Eurus doesn't have enough in the tank. They'll already call GG. EHOME will book their ticket to the grand final.
Okay.
Overwhelming a very timid Elephant.
Yeah. I think at this point, honestly, no matter whether you're EHOME or Elephant, you gotta try to secure the late game in the draft. From what I've seen from game 1 to game 3, whoever is on the timer does not manage to perform, like, at all. In game 2, EHOME did nothing. Terrorblade just had the freest game ever. In game 3, they had a massive lead on the Elephant side, and they had a lot of really good timings that they just didn't hit because they weren't playing aggressively enough. Like, it's sad to lose this way, as I said, and it happens to the best of us because there is a lot of pressure on you. You don't want to commit a mistake, but if you play like that, you gotta have the better late game, because otherwise you just lose for free.
Yeah, and it was two kind of back-to-back games of timid Dota that really led to what we saw in these games, and ultimately for Elephant, it cost them their first chance at the grand final. Now they have to go through the lower bracket, take on the winner of the next series tomorrow. We'll see. It's going to be a bit interesting for their road now, and EHOME there in the grand final. But to break it down more, we'll wait until after the break. We'll go to a quick break and then be right back. So stay tuned. We'll see you in a second.